Now we're going to try making our very first sound on the flute. This is one of the hardest things about the flute because it's not very intuitive. As you can see, there's not really a clear place that you put your lips like on the trumpet or on the clarinet. So we have to find exactly the right spot for us. So we're going to start out with our flute embouchure just like we learned in the last lesson. So, and try that one more time. Great. So now we're going to take just our flute head joint to start out. And we're going to bring that head joint up so that our lip plate is right on this indentation underneath your lip where your lip meets your skin. So we'll find that spot right here. So your lip should only cover about the very first quarter or maybe even a little less of the embouchure hole. And we want to make sure that the embouchure hole is parallel to the ground or facing straight up. So it's not pointing out away from you and it's not pointing in towards you. It's just pointing right up at the ceiling. So we'll find that spot and put the embouchure hole right at the crease of your lip and your skin. And we're going to just use our nice flute embouchure and take a big breath, and we're going to blow out with that fast supported air. And let's try it again. So I hope you were successful in making your first sound, and if you weren't, don't worry. This is one of the hardest things about the flute, again, and it might take you a little bit of experimenting to find exactly the right placement for you because everyone's lips are a little different, and what works perfectly for me might need a tiny bit of adjusting for you. So to do a little bit of experimenting, and use a mirror so you can check that you are lining right up in the middle of your lips and right at that crease. Let me show you what it sounds like if you are rolled too far in with your head joint. So that means the embouchure hole is pointing towards me instead of straight up. And that will sound like this. So it's a very low sound and it sounds kind of squished. And when I roll the embouchure hole too far out, it will sound like this. It's a very high sound comparatively and it sounds really fuzzy. So I'll show you what that sounds like as I transition from the rolled in to the rolled out and see if you can hear right in the middle where the perfect spot is. So perfect spot for me is right here. So listen to these sounds and find where your flute is rolled out exactly the right amount so that you can get that good clear flute sound. Once you've found a good spot for making a nice clear sound, practice making a sound, taking the flute off your face and trying to find that spot again, like this. And wait, and then put the flute back on your face. And do this a lot until you feel completely confident that every time you put the flute head joint on your face, you'll be able to get that nice clear sound that you're looking for.